Hi. Hello. I have an introductory speech that I'm going to improvise, but I want to just sort of set the audio a little lower for a second, just so you can hear me better. It's very loud when all the violence happens, so just use our convenient tools here to just make it easier for myself. Great. So, you were not expecting this. None of you were. What we're about to do is something I cannot control. This is not a choreographed excursion into the fun times I usually give. This is part archaeological expedition, part medical triage. This is something I did a long time ago, like pre me joining INT, long time ago. Actually, it might have been like the very early days of me joining it. It was definitely before the affiliate getting, because the streams have been lost to time. This is Factorio Salvage Core. We are not going to be playing Factorio today. We are going to be playing other people's Factorio today. One of the things about Factorio is that it's meant to be this big, grand, sprawling thing that you build up a huge factory, it grows and develops, it expands, and it's like a big, whole, impressive accomplishment at the end. It's like Minecraft Skyblock, but with a lot of more quality of life. But with any like long-form project like that, where it just like gets bigger and bigger and sprawls out of control, it eventually, usually, gets abandoned. But because of the convenience of like grandiose Factorio multiplayer servers being really easy to do, the fact that the game is really, really optimized, and that time still ticks forward in these empty worlds, we can see something that you can't really intentionally build, and that's decay. These factories that have just been left alone to churn and run through its production until something goes wrong or there's nothing left to produce. And my standing as the guy doing the salvage core thing right now is that we're gonna go into those empty, old servers. We're gonna see the status of the factory, and given that they've probably decayed and rotted over time, we're gonna see if we can't do a little triage on them. Understand what the factory is, what it was doing, and if it's not doing it anymore, try and fill in a few of the gaps. I'm sorry for the slightly more serious intro. This is something that one, I think is conceptually fascinating, and two, is something that's sentimental to me, to an earlier era of me streaming. So, without further ado, let us prepare all of the systems. You can finally see chat now for the people in the recordings. The only thing you missed is Capra doing the dino dance 3 times, and Acela saying, "I see you're playing Factorio without me," joking. Which, fair enough. This is not going to be a full proper world, don't you worry, Acela. This is an archaeology expedition. So, you may have seen my continue. I did test this because this is my first time streaming with the new layout. Hey Capra, I see you are rotating your head back and forth. But okay. So, how do you do this? What is the system I am operating on? We browse public games. Has players? No. Has password? No. Has mods? I mean, I'm going without. Is dedicated server? Yes. Though I've noticed that if I set it to no, there's literally nothing. So here we have our list, sorted by playtime, of every active vanilla Factorio server that has nobody in it. And our target is the stuff up here. Old worlds of like hundreds of hours long. Entire game playthroughs have happened in them, and now they're empty. To sort of demonstrate and ease us into it, I'm going to go back to the testing world I did, which was the oldest one here. 13,547 hours. That is... It's a lot. And we're going to see what it's about. The good main menu music is about to be gone. My apologies. So I've checked this world just in testing to make sure that this was a good idea with the new overlay, and I had to find a place to put Excels, as always. I think I picked a good spot. It's right between the armor and gun menus and the inventory hotkeys. Though I suppose it might not be scalable if I had multiple weapons in my testing. I did not, so I might have to move it over to the right a bit. I could also put it above me, technically, but I don't want to use that unless I have to, like with the Minecraft stream. Look at that. A several thousand hour old server. And we can load into it. It's like not insane. Okay, so I've already seen this world in testing, but let me give you the rundown. Here is the map. The first thing you will notice is a gigantic block of black and gray off to our left. This, as I understand, is the solar power array. As I understand it, is this giant rectangle of doom and destruction that is powering the entire rest of the facility. Let's turn on the electrical wires just so we can confirm that. Yes. All power is being shunted through this massive grid off to wherever it's needed. We've got cut-in lines here, here, and here. So it's all generally attached to the rest of the network as far as we're concerned. It appears to follow along with the rail lines, which makes sense. It even looks like there were some optimizations here. What was once perhaps a four-way intersection has been cut through with a single line. It also appears that the electrical network is transferring, or at least has the potential to transfer, logic signals in the logic network, which is the red and green wires on the poles. To the north, we have the remnants of artillery fire, which means that this factory is at least well defended. Large expeditions off to the east that have not developed into anything. More artillery down to the south. More southern expeditions, and this just giant frontier of solar panels. It doesn't seem to do anything other than just be the solar panel base, so I think we can generally ignore it and trust that the solar panels don't have dust on them. That's not actually a mechanic. In vanilla Factorio, at least. The other thing I want to point out immediately is if we go to the production tab, you will see that it is completely empty. Nothing is being produced. No items, fluid, buildings, there's no pollution being made, which is a telltale sign that the entire factory has stopped. Research is not being developed, though we appear to be on an infinite loop of mining productivity with the occasional worker robot speed. At this point, we would start investigating problems, like maybe the factory has run out of materials, but I look at the iron ore over here, and it looks full. Not only does it have iron ore in it, it has steel and plates of iron as well. Which means that this area is both a dedicated mining and smelting facility, and is fully stocked. All the production's good. There appears to be some sort of interesting steel cutoff point. Takes it over here to make, I assume, low-density structure in the low-density frame factory off to the side. And again, we have copper, which is highly depleted, but still stocked up with mined resources. This train is perhaps our next clue. It's waiting until the cargo is empty. Okay, so I think this train supplies plastic to this factory. Now, low-density frame is made from a combination of plastic, steel, and copper. The copper should be available, the plastic and steel. It seems that this factory as well is full. All of these chests are full of low-density structure. All of these assemblers are full of low-density structure. The entire factory is full. It's backlogged. So if we have full production, where's the rockets at? What is... Well, where do they launch the rockets? Maybe we can find that. Medium to petrol cracking is not fully set up, and the pump's back, but includes circuit logic this time. Okay, well... Seems like they're at least full in general. This pipe's full, at least. There appears to be an electric pump system going through. And these are all full. These all lead to here, which then is able to be piped further into the plastic production. But we know plastic is full. There's no problem there. Or at least it's not the bottleneck. If we could find the rocket silos, because that's fundamentally, in the absence of anything else, the rocket silos and the laboratories are the final destination of all factory production. You know, assuming no combat, but no combat is happening. And this factory is very, very unattacked for how little it does. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the combat production is still fine, it just has no targets. Okay. SAT, probably satellite production. Okay, go to there on the map. So this is satellite unloading. Satellite unloading then goes off into this logistics network. We're back at the spawn. Main copper, main steel. This appears to be a mall of modules and beacons and stuff. Good general purpose stuff to have around a late game factory. Here's our weapon supply, and as I suspected, it's still fully stocked. Yeah, look at that. 48 artillery. We're not short on artillery. So these are the satellite stations. This must be the satellite output. This is waiting at the rocket silos. Excellent, we found them. You're the rocket silos. Okay, you're the rocket silos. Why aren't you running? Item ingredient shortage. It's got 57, 54, 53, 42. It appears to be rocket fuel. Rocket fuel is the bottleneck. There's no rocket fuel. Okay. New question. Where's rocket fuel production? We are going to solve this. I have the suspicion that the factory is fine, but it's so highly automated with checks and balances in the train network that something is broken and the entire train network is ground to a halt. Where is rocket fuel? Actually, better question. I can find rocket fuel backwards. Okay. Low density structure. We have nuclear fuel. Here's the white science output. Where do you bring in rocket fuel? Let's see here. Stack inserter, stack inserter. Okay, this is definitely plastic. This is the white science output. Low density. So rocket fuel comes on this belt, perhaps? All the way. Yeah, down here. So what's wrong with rocket fuel? A 4-lane of express transport belts is completely empty. That is a horrendous sign. No light oil. Where do we receive light oil? So this is rocket fuel. And it stopped because there's not enough light oil to go around. Light oil production. Well, light oil. Sorry, if I'm saying light oil, I mean medium. Petroleum's technically the light oil. So, is it as simple as that? No, because light oil over here is full. There is light oil in the pipes, just not for here. So where's the cutoff? Where's it come from? Here. There's a pump. There's a pump. There's a pump. I should probably get night vision so you can see better, but I think it's still tangible. Empty. So light oil here is full. Light over here is empty. Sorry, medium. No, it is light oil. I'm right. Heavy oil, light oil, but maybe they mean medium in that message. Medium means light. Light oil, 100. All of this is light oil cracking the petroleum. Where's the light oil originate? You have to follow the pumps backwards. And I suspect heavy oil, there's enough heavy oil. If they're cracking heavy oil into light oil. No heavy oil. Disabled by control behavior. Why? Okay, that's our target. There's another problem I'm seeing, though. Train out of fuel. This is a copper train. I don't think copper is the source of our problems because we tracked it back to rocket fuel. But probably not a bad idea to fix these also. Alright, we can finally move. We can finally go and do something. I suspect this is our dedicated getting around train. Forgot how to get in a train. I thought it was enter. Have I forgotten how to play Factorio? Has it been that long? Perhaps it's not my fault. Perhaps it's the fault of the fact that I am not a regular player. It could be it's restricting me from doing things because I am not legally allowed to ride this train. That's going to make getting to our destination a bit harder given how far away it is. All the way to the north. We definitely want a train on the rail network somehow. But we may have to make our own. Or perhaps the logistics network can help us out a little bit. Find a train here. One. Train. One. Uh-oh, we have a person. We need to leave. We're legally not allowed to be here anymore. I don't know if that's as strict as a thing I'm trying to make it, but I think you get the idea now. Okay, now we have to go to the new oldest, which is 7,000 hours. That's like over a year, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Divide by 10, divide by 2, 300. It's like almost a year. I think. Actually, it would probably be easier to multiply by 4 than divide by 10. That'd be like 280 days. It's boater. Well, that's not a good sign. There we go. If that server empties up, I will try and just turbo my way over. Someone there or not, doesn't matter. I just want to fix it. I will generally ignore the other engineers, though. I'm just trying to do my part in isolate. As it is. How much catching up do we have to do? Careful. Don't break on me. Oh, there we are. We're in. Or at least we've gone through another level of loading. We got the map, we're on the server, we got to catch up with what happened on the server while we were loading the map, and then we are in! Oh! Well, that ain't good. I think I see the problem. Well, while we're here getting repeatedly murdered, let's see if we can't figure out the situation. Ooh, this is... Well, we're gonna have our work cut out for us on actually trying to figure out how this is going. Weirdly enough, it seems that the factory itself is... I mean, definitely some parts of it overrun, but some parts are holding stable. No, I see. I understand. There is nothing here. I don't even think I can get a shot off before I'm just eaten. Fascinating. Well, there's nothing for us here, unfortunately. So yeah, that's an example of the worst case scenario. Where we literally cannot do anything. But that's sometimes how it is. So, was that one. I think that was that one we just did. So let's go to number 3. I'm going to try and keep track of these by the number they have for how long they've been open. So this is 3194. I just read the server description and it said we overflowed max game tick, so I'm worried. How laggy is this about to be? Yeah, see, this is what happens to your factory. This is biter shenanigan. A little worried about hearing that crackle. This multiplayer map is a bulky object. So how much catching up are we going to have to do on a max tick exceeded map? If its tick speed is still maxed out, it could be over if the factory is slightly decayed and stops running. Is that crackling from, like, the fire? Like it's looping a fire sound effect? Since we've been paused on biters eating the flames for a few minutes? Hello? Factorio, is everything okay? I'm a little worried about this one. Okay, I'll give it 2 more minutes. If nothing happens in 2 minutes, I'm gonna just not. Starting now. Honestly, I think our best results was for the first map. But then somebody was showing up and I got scared. Well, not scared necessarily, but like... The point is these are supposed to be derelict factories. If someone's going to them, then what am I supposed to do about that? Actually, now that I'm here, I should probably check what the actual Factorio controls are real quick. I was right on the enter and leave vehicle button, which means I was probably right about my intuition on other things too, and it also probably means I was just not allowed in that vehicle. Oh! Right at the buzzer, the music has stopped. Am I to take that as a sign of progress, or am I to take that as a sign that things have broken beyond repair? I am being informed that the application Okay, so, the game crashed, and OBS crashed, and everything crashed. So we're gonna go and try this again. I think we can safely call that one server derelict. As players, no. Passwords, no. Mods, no. Dedicated, yes. Okay. Sort by playtime. I don't think the stream went down fully, so that's a good sign. A little bit unstable. Okay. I think we should go back to world... I think I just got sniped. Yeah, okay, that one spontaneously stopped existing and I went almost back to number 2. Okay, so blacklist this one, blacklist this one. Refresh on that one. Okay, there is a player in it. Don't know who auto marks this. But maybe we'll keep going. Like how bad could this one be? Alright. Interestingly, it does seem like this one has mods, despite the fact that I very explicitly said no mod. Or maybe that's just from a time that that server did have mods and no longer does. Or maybe the has mods doesn't has mods thing is simply a matter of tagging, and not actually indicative of how modded the server is. Either way, can you people who are viewing the stream tell me what happened during the destruction of everything? I could use an external reference on that. Capra dancing does not give me information regarding what happened. Uh-oh, we're catching up in reverse. What happens if we can't catch up? In theory, either we fail to connect to the server or the game chooses to pause the server in order to allow me to catch up. Not sure what it'll do, though. Turns out that Derelict Worlds got some weird stuff going on with them. So either it's going to go into some like emergency mode that'll zoop us all the way to being caught up, or we'll just fail to connect. Wonder what's going on in this server that would cause it to be uncatch-upable. Maybe there secretly are mods. Beep, 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 beep. Moment of truth. You have been disconnected as your computer or network wasn't fast enough to keep up with the server. Can't imagine what the problem would be. I'm streaming just fine. Stream network's good. I haven't dropped a single frame. And the only reason that the OBS crashed was because of you. Factorio the game. Okay, next up on our list is Expanse. Which, just based on the description, seems like maybe it's a sort of C-block kind of deal. Let's see what we got. Well, it seems like... Oh, we're in! Blue chests are hungry. Feed them and they will reward you with more land. The friendly infinite tree will provide you with all the wood you ever wanted. This everlasting rock will be happy to provide resources for you. Not going to look at that in much detail. I can see that the world is in fact very laggy. We also appear to be floating in space. Yes, we appear to be on some sort of nondescript void. Okay. So, what is the situation here? Well, we can do some tidying up, but I think the big problem is going to be whatever's causing all of this dang lag. What is causing all of this dang lag? Let's check the bot network. I mean, there's a lot of bots, but is that really the issue? Is it the Moz? Is it the Spidertrons? I mean, there are a lot of bots. The bot network, it covers the whole place. The bots also seem to be very low. Alright. Okay. Reason for uncleared. Laggy. Okay. Next up is this one. Looks like something very simple. Apparently designed for 2 people in particular, neither of which are currently here. And this has been left abandoned for like 200... Oh, gotcha. Makes sense. Next up, another 200 day. Actually celebrating its 200th day. Right now. Happy 200th day of being a factory. If it was made for 2 people, I don't know why they didn't just make it like a friends-only server, but maybe they weren't both on Steam. You're allowed to not be on Steam. It could also be that the servers I'm going to are just physically distant on the network. Factorio free play, of course. Let's see what we got. Well, oh, look at this. They're doing the... Actually, no, they're not. They've just checkerboarded it. I mean, it's pretty interesting design. I like it. Turn that off. Bots are clearly not a problem. We see that they're running, at least. A lot of issues on the network. Mostly, it seems, missing modules for repair. Interesting. Productivity in mining is at 13. 77%. Let's keep tabs on that, see if it increases. We've got alerts coming in. Turrets are engaged. They're laser turrets, so there's not much concern of prolonged exposure. Okay. Turn off the pollution. The pollution's a good sign. It means the factory is not completely dead. Actually, I want to see that checkerboard again. It's nice. Okay, so we are here. The main factory is to the southeast. This is a nuclear power station currently running operational with a lot of heat exchangers. Pumping its steam to the south side, where a bunch of steam turbines are Turn it into power. So that's the power production for the factory. Though it does appear to be supplanted by solar panels. Are they connected? Yes, this is a very uniform grid. Okay. I think we can expect attacks to just happen perpetually. Also, these large gray blobs that you are seeing on the ground, I believe are the remnants of nuclear explosion. We could perhaps imagine that something happened and something that might have been here wasn't, or they were just testing how the nukes go. They go big, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, looking at all of this, it seems that we have a factory that is actually doing quite well for itself. Iron and copper are weirdly sorted on the same belt. Strange circumstance that, but if they're filtering it out properly, then I guess this is just a ore sushi? Ah, yeah, here's where they filter it out. Goes into here. Actually very empty. We move on to the east, and what do we have? Full copper being produced into iron. The robots are going quite well. Storage is packed to the brim with a lot of stuff. Mostly concrete. There's a lot of concrete here. Even got barrels and stuff. Okay, so immediately I'm not seeing anything too wrong with the factory. It seems like it's working. It's clearly not producing every conceivable thing, as evidenced by the modules missing for production. But given that, where would production speed modules be made? Here, it seems. Looking here, it looks like it's waiting. No, it's working! The factory's still going. We should expect that number to be going down over time. It's at 21. Well, 33. Maybe I'm wrong about the factory. Maybe it doesn't... But I imagine it's a dedicated... Yeah, 32. So, the factory is, as far as I can tell, operational. Wow. I am excited about this information. Yeah, stones, good. Destination full, that typically implies... Destination full. Is that because the factory has disabled itself? Train limit is at 1. Waiting at... But you're not, though. You're here. Ah, circuitry. Probably waiting until there's a demand for more stone. It loads there and unloads elsewhere. And the factory just isn't using stone right now. Here's something interesting. This station is unnamed and unconnected to everything. This chest is empty. Uranium processing is good. Coal is present. Here's something. Mining productivity 13 has been at 77% for a long time. So while the factory is running to do something, it might not be doing everything. Where is science produced? See the remnants of a landfill attempt. Not a lot of places where it could conceivably be hidden. In fact, I think this is the only factory in the entire map. Oh, okay. We are definitely seeing some signs of damage. Some prior carnage. This uranium ore plant is completely separated from the rest of the factory. Does this mean that place for labs also missing? Their production, uranium, flamethrower turrets. It's just a smorgasbord of random stuff as needed, I imagine. Fluid production is fine. Buildings, pollution. Things are pollutant. Kills, irrelevant for our purposes. So maybe that's the fundamental problem. Some unknown percentage of this factory was destroyed. And there's nothing left to further the field of science. I'm not even sure how I would start to fix this. I'd basically have to build a factory for this factory to supply. Seems like this, a giant mall of everything possible, is the only thing left. Making artillery, it's making guns. It's making efficiency modules. It's centrifuging uranium. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big swarm of robots just deployed. Getting the iron from these chests. Interesting. Where are they taking them? Well, there's a smelting block right here. So yeah. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these mines and stuff were prepared to receive, but never connected to. What really sticks out to me is this. This seems important. This looks like it went to something important. And it's gone. Are accomplishments on a per world or per server? I think it's per person. That won't help me. Another wave of robots going back to station. Picking up copper, moving it around. I don't know what to do. We have labs. We have science packs? Is anything making science packs? No. You can see the grand list of every single thing in the logistics network. There's too much, it's overflowing. Another batch of iron going out to the system. This time coming from the actual iron train. Okay. Yeah, this is my official assessment. This is a mall and basic production facility for the mall For a factory that no longer exists. I mean, you had to do a lot to get to this level of science. You had to beat the game. But the rest of the factory is gone. Possibly destroyed. And, I think maybe these giant craters just scattered about the map is perhaps evidence of that. 3 over here. Things were landfilled close to facility. Concrete was laid. It's all gone, and the only thing left is the checkerboard grid of roboports that used to service the whole thing. Or perhaps that checkerboard was added after the fact. Or alongside. Well, it's an operational mall, but there's no factory here anymore. We have nothing to do. Okay. Oh. Alright. That was that. Now we go here. 419 hours, large island. All welcome, play for fun. This one's also been abandoned for perhaps... Wait, did I say 200 days? I think I mean 20. Alright, I may have been off by an order of magnitude, but that's only a problem in non-cosmological settings. So we're getting factories that are like more freshly abandoned. I should really go back to the first factory, even if there's people on it now. I can fix it. I can try to fix it at least. Seems to be a grand collaborative effort. Uh-oh, it's another failure to catch up factory. I'm not gonna wait it out. I trust. If it's not going well now, it's not going to start going well anytime soon. Apparently German. Worried about the potential latency lag. This might be another server we can't connect to due to not being able to catch up. But I'm willing to try. The tanks are 10% of the way through driving over this field of spider nests. Unfortunately, we have to load a map. Okay. Initial signs are looking good. Trains are running. Belts are full. Things are being produced actively. The map is large. Robots are roboting, and I'm on a magical journey all the way over here. This nuclear reactor? It is. Nuclear reactor noticeably offline. Or am I mistaken on that? Temperature 1000. Low temperature. Working. Wait, so only some of these are working. The reactors are running, it's just not producing electricity. Why? Power goes here. I need an electric pole. Production is being completely satisfied by solar power. Stepping back. The steam turbines activate for nighttime. Okay. So the reactors are working, they're just not doing anything. We have evidence of the accumulators kind of being used barely, but not by much. So we got like we got a half a gigawatt factory operating. Okay, no alerts, no warnings. Can't always take that for granted. Solid fuel is being made into rocket fuel. This might be our test, because if there's one thing that might be wrong, there's no research. So what's happening to all the production? Is this rocket fuel instead for the trains? Excuse me there. Sulfur's joined into the mix. I'm running over train tracks with wild abandon. Server saving the map. Once again, we have perhaps the remnants of a nuclear explosion. Still following the rocket fuel line. Ah, starting to back up, is it? Here is the rocket. What's up with you? No low density structure. Interesting. So, the logistics network is handling the rocket control units. Rocket fuel is here. Low density structure is being requested, but not arriving. Where is low density structure being built, I wonder? Could it have been here? Well, I don't imagine this will be all that big of a fix to implement. We just need to figure out where it would have been done. Power, a lot of external factories. Check the logistics network in general. It doesn't have low density structure in it. Seems like mall stuff, but not all of it. There are plenty of long belt lines. Sulfur is being belted in from a long distance away, as is rocket fuel itself. So we can expect that they'd be at least willing. Oh, hold on. This is interesting. Steel belt appears to be completely empty past a point. And on the assumption that there is low density structure to be made somewhere, that could be the culprit. You. And no stops with this name exist. Okay, I think that's our clue. There's an insidious secret problem with this factory. And it's the fact that steel is gone. Well, we know the naming system. Is there another steel loader? No. We've got plate. Could it be a victim of nuclear bombardment, perhaps? That's crude oil. It's hard to find a smelting factory that doesn't exist, because if it were a mining facility, like just an iron patch that got disconnected, that's easy to see on the map. Smelting could be anywhere, though. We have our culprit. Steel's missing. Where do we find more? Try and use the context clues of what's around. This appears to be a lot of oil processing and a very impressive facility, I might add. Constructs plastic, and the plastic gets piped, well, belted over here to the plastic train, or goes down here at very high velocities into circuit production. Makes sense. So this is circuits. Here's iron plate. Disconnected. Was it here? No path. Well, that depends on where you're trying to go. Stop exists, but is inaccessible. Maybe this is a problem with the network itself. The rail network, that is. Some train somewhere got broken. Or some amount of rail got broken and split the network in two. Copper also missing, but that might just be a supply issue. What trains serve it? There are no trains with the shop. Okay. Takuro, hello! Welcome to the Salvage Corps. We are exploring derelict, abandoned Factorio factories and trying to solve whatever went wrong with them in their decayed state. This one, I think, is perhaps the victim of a few too many nuclear explosions. And even though a lot of the factory is still running, there are insidious parts of it that are just gone. Yeah. It's a hazard for any public multiplayer map. So right now we're trying to trace down a particular problem. The rocket silos are not getting high density structure, and I'm trying to trace this back to a lack of steel manufacturing. I have reason to believe, even if I can't find steel production, it might still exist. There is at least a little bit of something going wrong with the rail network. So I'm going to try and fix that and see if that reconnects everything. You can see here the vestiges of some incomplete or unconstructed thing. Yeah, you can play Factorio multiplayer. It's very... Oh! Oh-ho! Interesting. A train has run out of fuel. I'm actually planning on playing Factorio with Acela once Space Age comes out, so look forward to that in a few months. But a train has run out of fuel. Okay, I think this is further evidence to the fact that we are in the midst of a cascading rail network failure. First and foremost, though, this train in particular has no path, but its station exists. That's a good clue. Probably should have hitched a ride on one of the passing trains. No great problem, though. In fact, while I'm in the area of here, let's just do some tidying up. It'll give me some resources to maybe make a patchwork solution elsewhere. So, ones with red lights alert, eat the transport belts up to capacity. Take those out, take that out. This ain't powering anything. All of these materials I'm gathering will theoretically be useful in assisting future projects. For instance, these miners don't have any power. I can solve that immediately. See, look at that. We've already solved an issue. Are we just the best? Okay, we're starting to enter the more grandiose factory section. Let's take some more resources from this half-depleted copper zone. No mineable resources equals we take those. It's at least a very good sign for the robustness of this factory that there are still patches going and are actively being used. So I feel the heart of the factory has not been destroyed. This diagonal line is not being used. It's disconnected on both ends, so I will gladly take that for more power production purposes or power transmission. I'll find a use for it. Oh! Check this network. The network is connected, so we don't theoretically need this, but we are seeing robots trying to reach their destinations and failing. So maybe bringing this roboport back online would help out with some robot logistics. This one too. There we go. Okay, we've reached the main factory, and our next task is to check the rail network via this train that has no path. We're going to set it to manual and drive ever so carefully forward with it, in the hopes that we can locate... Oh, you know what? I think I've located the problem pretty quickly. Okay. Let's see where this train takes us. Because this is an iron train. It is part of the iron network. Wait. Oh, this is a very good sign. We are now providing iron to this facility. And this one. Oh, it's some sort of like staggered deployment. And it skipped that one because it was already full. And is going back to station. And you are blocked because this train in front of you is stopped? You pick up processing units, yeah? But you do have an emergency fallback for if you're just full. Which means the iron train will have room, it will enter, it will go back to its designated mine, which is the one we arrived at initially, and it will pick up more iron ore. And it seems like it's not operating on any like full, empty, or what have you conditions. It simply does this loop. Where does it get fuel? Why is it stopping here? Oh, because the way forward is blocked. It's a little awkward that it's using these train stations as logistic points. I also worry about it. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Combat seems to have been taken care of. The factory can repair itself. Okay, so this is an important step. We found the heart of iron. This iron is used exclusively for circuits. Like all of it? Yeah, all of it. This entire smelting facility is dedicated to the construction of circuits. Okay. Cross off that section of the map. Things would be a lot easier if I could directly identify a steel factory that is not working for some reason. Wait! We found it! Steel. Iron. Output full. Express. Wait. That's not supposed to be steel. Okay, this is a main line of iron production. It goes to a lot of locations. Steel! Steel! We found it! This is a real steel! Steel goes this way. Enters here. Goes under a car for some reason that just got stuck. No, I was mistaken. Steel isn't gone. This is where it enters. Its entry to the belt is here. There's iron on the belt. So, if steel is here, then where's low density structure? I like the dramatic music. It's complimenting how I feel about this right now. Okay, well, we can logic this out. The things we need for low density structure are plastic, steel, and copper. All three of these are available on this main bus. But the main bus itself does not split off anywhere to use them. Here, it's split off for red. Here, it's split off for weaponry. Here, it splits off west with iron to make circuits of multiple levels, it seems. Here, it splits off further for just more circuitry. And then here, it makes batteries. Here, it splits off left for circuits North Edition. And circuits for electric engines. For low density structure. We found low density structure! There's low density structure on the map! Where's it going? It's going to yellow science. All of it's going to yellow science. I think that's the problem. It's only going to yellow science. We have two options here. We can split off some of this output to go to the rocket silo physically over here, or at least put some logistics in line. Or... where am I, by the way? Still top left of the map? Okay, how do I get back? Like a passenger train I can call upon. Logistics network, do you have a train in you? Alright, on the way. I see the robot on the map who's been designated to service my request, or... yeah, there it is! No, wait, that one might just be another Colbot. Yeah, I think that's a Colbot. Any of you, though? You're Colbot? A lot of these are Colbots. Okay. I may need to utilize your services. If you could go to Blue Circuit Station real quick, just ahead of schedule, I'd appreciate it greatly. Because I suspect that's going to be way back towards the original zone. Yes. In fact, get off here. We have a plan. And I suspect that this factory, robust and usable as it is, will do a lot of the grunt work for us. This should be easy. For the immediate moment, I'm gonna make this simple. Yeah, here's our culprit. Oh, hey, my train arrived. Let's... okay. I'm going to do the responsible thing, and I'm going to make an entire second line. Let's just copy this. Put one here. Let's be vertically aligned well. Hence the movement. Okay, yep. System's working quite good. Now we can copy this little configuration, align it with the copper belts we've already made, and go. Oh, it's gonna work. The factory will construct. Okay, and from this, I will manually pipe it all the way down to the rocket. Let's find a good path for that. Well, for the most part, this place is looking clear already. And then we hit the science and it all falls apart. Let's try and wrap around it all. In line with the currently existing rocket fuel line. I'm gonna need a lot more of this stuff. And some splitters. There we are. Logistics should have me situated in no time. That said, where is the mall? Ah, I think I'm standing next to it. Great. Well, I'll let all that trickle in. For now... got a little bit of space right next to the rail line. I'm going to use that. Snake it right through. Still in network range? No. Now we are. So I'm going to cut through here, follow the line here, turn right, go over this, and then just like loop it back in. Should have us good on that science. Is white science being delivered, or is that being done by a logistics bot, I imagine? No. I'm out of belts. They have not given me any more. What is stuff in storage? Is belts not one of them? Well, in that case, we may need to also do some work to improve the factory's production. I'm especially thinking we need some kind of white science line. Hockey stuff. Make it easy to work with. Thank you, thank you. And that is success. Let's just start some research and make sure that the factory is doing research. Well, it's not, because we need space science. These know to request space science, but they don't know to have it. So maybe it is just done at the rocket. Let's see if the rocket works. Okay. Low density structure is moving through, comes down through this line. Gets over here. The factory is operate. Okay. Active provider chest. Okay, so we have satellite. We have this. I think this is going to be a successful rejuvenation of the system. Here we go. Yes. It's working. Oh, we should probably turn on auto launch with cargo. There we are. White science is being made. White science is being picked up. White science is being delivered to the science facility. We are back. We have officially rejuvenated this factory. It can now go back to work. An absolute success. Look at it go. The science. The production. We got a percent. That's a percent on the board. Nice. Okay, so maybe we can commandeer a Spidertron for better fast travel. Next order of business is the train network. There is one train that's been sitting for a while on no fuel. I want to find it. I want to rescue it. Thank you for donating your Spodertron to the cause. We do have some rocket fuel on us, so we can at least rejuvenate the train temporarily. Have you been following the Factorio Friday dev blog thing? Because I have, and I very much enjoy all the cool technical things and all the interesting concepts they got for the sequel. Recently they put out one talking about the new leg system for Spidertron et al. And the big thing in it was that they made it so that the checks for Spidertron looking for a place to put its foot down have been significantly improved. Currently, in the current existing patch of the game, it's got to go like for like 1,000 steps to find one location. Now, if it finds one immediately where it's supposed to stand, like right here, then we're good. It just stands there. But if you're on like the side of a river and it's got to check all these places before it finds a good one, that's a lot of checks. It means that pathfinding is mildly broken. Okay, so this is going between Eisenerlad 5 and Eisenerlad 2. It's weird that it seems like it's going between two loading positions. Let's... Actually, you got anything in you? A whole bunch of missiles. Pick you up. I can hold the missiles. I want to take the train to its intended destination just to sort of troubleshoot everything. Have rocket fuel. Not too much. I want you to have a renewable source of fuel. Okay, so what's your deal? I mean, I can definitely see that your deal is going quite a far bit away. So you go here in the interest of picking up iron. And you do that. But then what do? You travel to another iron ore pickup? Okay, I think you're designed to just general purpose go to all of the stations and pick it up. And maybe that's why you're not getting any fuel, because you never go to a drop-off point. In which case... So, I don't know German, but I know pattern recognition. I suspect that Eisenerslad is for iron loading, iron ore. So I think Entlad may be for using the stuff. In fact, let's take Erzlad 5 off the list and just take you to Entlad now. Destination full. Okay, then go to Erzlad and hold position. Full is Entlad. Heading to... You're at Entlad right now. You left, you're going in its place. Gotcha. And now that you're here, you'll wait 10 seconds and it's possibly an Entlad opening is available. There is. Very good. Okay, so while we're here, and we've gotten that train back into operation, and that train back in operation should be able to successfully go here, which I assume, yes, okay, all trains are standard supplied with nuclear fuel. You've been sitting here this entire time. You have also been sitting here this entire time. There is no steel load. There's no steel factory, even. So you're just stuck there. You, however... Green circuits load. Iron. Jean-Paul. Stone, coal. I agree that there's nothing about green circuits, but I do know where green circuits are made. They're made over here. Yeah. Go to there on the map. I should have just pressed the button that lets me go there on the map, but here we are. Empty. Empty. Why empty? No copper? Copper empty. Copper. Trains with... What? But... That's the train I fixed. It... picks up iron. Why would... an iron train... Oh. Oh no, this is the... Oh, hold on. There's lot. What's going on here? Oh. The factory is running out of copper. Especially at Erzlad 3. Any train with Erzlad 3 should be redirected to Erzlad 2. Let's add Erzlad 2 to the trip. I won't completely remove 3 from circulation because it does still have copper there. I don't know about you. You may have never existed in the first place. We've got good circuit production elsewhere. And maybe a bit of the train network has been outmoded by the circuit, or by the logistics robot network. See if we can't hitch a ride on a copper train out to location. Oh wait, well, no, hold on. What am I thinking? I got Spodertron. I feel like we're really getting somewhere with this factory. Especially since I have a vehicle to really get somewhere. Maybe I should get one of those, like, remote RTS controller things. Just the one. Just the one. Looks like it's trying to supply me, maybe. Oh, wait, nope, that's missiles. I guess I gotta keep this loaded or else the robots will be mad at me. As for my remote, there's my remote. Okay, let's automate ourselves to Copper Erzlad 3. Well, ain't that just wild? Put that there. I should put that there. Alright, we're here. The assessment for this copper patch is not good. Entire lines of this stuff are empty. I know Factorio has a lot of, like, good quality of life features that are secret. But this is one of them, where I can selectively deconstruct miners that don't have any ore to dig. Conveniently for me here, the choice is pretty ubiquitous per line. Not perfectly so. But the back ranks are completely unnecessary. This line is gone. This line up to here is gone. Gone. These are gone. I'll take some of the electric poles for myself just to have a bit better supply. But yeah, the copper mine is gone. Done for. $7,000 left. A lot per unit area. I can maybe try and speed it up a bit. So it's these two. In that case, an orientation of... It's more room. In fact, why not just shuffle them that way? I think I can do no better than... four. Yeah, no matter the orientation, the best I can do is 4. Alright. Now, these are larger, will take longer to deplete. Really though, this ore mine in general is simply not going to stand up to scrutiny. This one's got a lot, but it's going to be used by a lot of places now that I've shunted everything over to Loader 2. I wonder where Copper Mine 1 is. Yeah, these last bits of iron will trickle out for a while to come. But for now, I think they are done. Okay. I think we've done, for the most part, everything. The factory is in a lot better shape than it was before. Let's start making our exit. Clean up any last potential thing. I think everything's good. Nothing too catastrophic happened in our tenure as random guy in this server. The factory's churning out science again. We could try and just queue up a lot of science just to make sure it happens. That's enough for now. With this, at least, the factory will do stuff while we're gone. To the best of its ability. Help supply the copper. No matter what you do, as long as the factory is producing something and consuming something to make general improvements, you are gonna eventually have to run out of materials to produce with. The ore will run out, and unless you're actively providing new ore patches, the factory will just stop. In a hypothetical future where you get, like, oil production from everything, Like, oil doesn't run out in the game. It just becomes a really slow trickle of crude oil from the ground. So if there were ways to make all the other ores and materials out of ore or an equivalent infinite liquid like that, then that would be a different story. And I'm wondering if maybe there is a way to get some further infinite production from some of the stuff in the expansion. I don't think it will, but I'm looking at Fulgora and I'm thinking, hey, that's an opportunity. Either way, I think we're done here. Let's leave our vehicle, bid farewell to this land, and see what happens elsewhere. I would call that a Survey Corps mission success. We took a factory that wasn't actually working, and we made it better. There it is. Looks like someone is still on that gigantic one from earlier. It hasn't re-shown up, or they closed down that server. Next up, literally default. Promising sign. You can't really assume there will be Factorio servers that need repairing like this. You can't make a series out of Survey Corps because there's not always going to be broken servers out there to fix. And even if there are, once you fix them, they're fixed. You solved it and can go on. So it's either a thing of ambient vigilance, very rare one-off events, or I don't know, it's just you walk around other servers and it just sort of becomes a tour instead of an archaeological dig. That said, I think it would be cool if I had an actual team of people who would all go into one empty server and just like coordinate and be like, all right, we need belts over here. We got a disconnected copper line going to the circuit production. And they all just like coordinate. They all got their parts of the factory. They're coordinating to rebuild it. Because the thing that you get in this that you don't get in regular Factorio is the idea of building a factory or repairing a factory not from scratch. There is a pre-existing structure, organization that you kind of feel you want to respect. These people put all this work into the factory. They can come back at any moment, and you want to make sure that you aren't making a mess. You want it to be better than you left it, at least. And even if you make the production lines go, if it's a tangled mess worse than the organization they already have, probably not honorable in a sense. So it's an interesting restriction. I'm expecting a white list for this one. Oh, it just didn't connect. Weird. I'll try again. Oh. Was that jump just... Oh. Okay, yeah, no, we're not getting in there. Okay, off to Zorp. Shorp? I don't know. Sharp. Looks like we're going to catch up. This is our big break. That was a bad idea. I admit it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Everything's exploding around me and I don't know what to do. This appears to be the main factory. If there's anything here, like a weapon, a Spidertron, a tank, I'll settle for a car. I just need to stop the bleeding. Battery steel plates. I can build a decent amount of stuff with just what's lying on the ground. Maybe. If I can find some more... Okay, here's some advanced stuff. I'm going to be putting a lot of work and effort into trying to get the bare minimum of some combat capability. Weirdly enough, I can build a rocket launcher. Drone, rocket launcher. What do I need for this? I need more copper and steel and blue circuits. This is the kind of thing you only need to build once, so it's weird that I gotta build it again. Speed modules. I'll go for regular power armor then. Lasers will require more steel. There's gotta be more steel around here somewhere. There's steel. Okay. At least make that. Building that. Have weaponry. I can build this. Okay. Laser defense is a good idea. This needs more blue. We have more blue. One of those. Belt immunity, exoskeleton, night vision, all of these are good. Come on, come on. Plastic over here. Everything is fighting. Okay, logistics network. How alive are you? We can barely get into logistics range if we move out to the right. If I can ask for like a Spidertron, maybe we have hope. It'll become immediately apparent if there's one in the system. I don't think there is one. Okay. What else can we do? What else can we do? I'm gonna have reasonable combat effectiveness. You are all doing something. Radars are down across the map. Biters are swarming everywhere. Is there anything that still exists? Almost all production's been destroyed. There's a lot of factory and construction equipment up to the northwest. I've kind of run through here. The south is a loading bay. This is really where the heart of all production would be. Okay, turret. Other thing I should probably build is a shield. We got shield modules on this. Yes, I can build a Mark II. You here. And then maybe like a battery, just to let me know that it's working. Strictly speaking, you don't need batteries. Everything's going fine. Everything's bad. Okay, but theoretically, I technically have at least one combat capability. I can fight something. So let's find something to fight. Okay. Attack down here. There's a train at least. can kite, I can shoot. Theoretically, that's all I need. Okay, we can fight back. Search around, look for immediately existing enemies. Just hit them with the lasers. Protect whatever we can. They're not swarming in large numbers, which is to my advantage. I only got one laser, low range, and pitiful movement speed. Should have maybe got some extra steel for some exoskeletons. Maybe I can pilfer some nearby. Gotta be running out. Maybe I could bait them with a gun turret. They'll get mad at me if I shoot them. Okay. Alerts have quieted down significantly in this area. I think we've gotten rid of the main force that was attacking the main base. We can now, to a certain extent, focus on repairs. Again, maybe not. Turn off ghosts? I very specifically want to see what's left. Intact. So I can know what we're dealing with. Okay, we've got one group to my north, one group to the east. Okay, missing repair packs, missing materials for construction. It's going wild, bit inconsistent. Keep heading north. Okay. I'm commandeering this train. I am done commandeering this train. Or at least getting to a part of the factory that is at least partially alive. Logistics network's problems are still going through. We're reaching the enemy. Looks like these accumulators have no power, given the fact that when I hover over them, it says no power on their description. Here. Something has just got attacked here. I see you. You are injured. Where did you go? Oh my goodness, that's an entire swarm. Where'd they come from? They're just waltzing their way through. Pollution. The entire factory is still heavily polluted. This is just a massive cascading failure. Come on, where are you? I saw the swarm walk through here. Where'd you go? This was the old storage. What's left? Beacons, inserters, a lot of nuclear fuel. Oh, they found me. did not survive. I feel like I need to call in a team of some kind. I need my stuff back. Oh boy. What was built here? This was Spidertron production. I figured as much. Is there anything left here I can use? Missile production, nothing, nothing. This is where I would have gotten suited up for the war, but the war's been lost. Artillery train. It's got ammunition, but it's not designed for... Unless... Processing unit and radar. Processing unit and radar. We can activate this artillery train. We can fight them off. This is absurd. Okay. We build an artillery targeting remote. And we fire on them. 25 iron. 1 blue. We can do this. There's blue over here. There's plenty of blue over here. This is the module section. Give me a blue. Give me a blue. No, it's red. It's red. I need level 3. Give me level 3. Okay. Got that. Now it's steel. It's iron and copper. Who should exist. Copper is real. Iron should also be real. Where'd they put it? There it is. Okay. That remote on deck. Okay, this shot's for vision. This is not gonna work. What I need is a radar. Power. No. Make a solar panel. No. Directly north. There they are. Come on! Okay. I hit a good number of them. I think you're going after the artillery train now, though, so that's bad. Ay, ay, ay. I wish I could call in reinforcements. This is not good. They're going after the artillery train. A manual. Okay. Okay, two things can work in my favor. One, my weaponry in my first corpse is pretty good at the job. Two, the artillery train still exists. I need to know exactly where that was. Here. Corpse. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Okay. I think we've lost. I do not have the resources to fight this, and all the resources I've been making have been going to losing it in war. Even if we manage to save the factory, I don't know what that would do for all the lost infrastructure. Pretty wild time, though. That was a sharp factory. Let's go here. We're seeing all sorts in terms of factory status. This is a big one, apparently. I do think that if there wasn't such a time crunch on that last one, we could have maybe tried and solved it, slowly rebuilt up. But the fact that biters were actively destroying it and I was desperately trying to get any weaponry possible, the panic just was too much for me. I tried. Okay, so next one, no clue. It's clearly very large. Wonder what that's about. Still thinking about that last one. Like if I had the power, I would have the power. If I could get like an army, it's deployed. But I also feel like it wasn't just roving bands of biters, it was new biters being added into the mix. I took out one squad, but not the second. Alright, map's done. I expect we're gonna have to catch up quite a bit. No, not that much. Catch up's quick. Alright, we're in. Ooh, I'm on the rotatey. That's how you spin. Okay, how's the factory doing? It looks like it's at least producing. Doing research, perhaps? Bots are going, trains are running. A klaxon is blaring? Okay, we appear to be under attack. This is an unwalled factory, which is interesting. There's a lot of belts that are currently empty. Turrets are engaged with the enemy on all sides. Entities are missing construction. I think a giant concrete structure is being built here. Or it's just producing concrete really, really, really fast. Oh, no, it's laying concrete underneath this. That's what's happening. Okay. Well, I would hesitate to say that this factory is non-functioning. Artillery shell range is at 30%, and I haven't seen it rise yet. These belts just sort of end here. That might be because they're under construction. There's a lot of walls. Turrets. Guns for the turrets. This is ammo production. Or ammo delivery, rather. Plenty of guns over here and no longer in service. It looks like this factory has been designed for just-in-time military defense. Which is interesting. So, what's up with the concrete? Is it just this consistent block of concrete that isn't being produced? Is it because the factory does not have concrete being produced anywhere? Got other things being produced. No, that might be concrete. Yeah, that fits the bill. Is it simply not in the logistics network? If that's the problem, I can fix that. Easy. It's the only real problem I can see right now. Or at least it's the only real problem that's being directed to me perpetually. Other question is, this place is clearly shot artillery. But it's not shooting any further. Is it the artillery themselves on the circuit network, or the things nearby it? It's the things nearby it. So the artillery is not firing on anything. Probably because it's currently operating in automated range mode. Yeah, here's the cone. It won't shoot anything other than structures in that cone, unless manually directed. So the artillery shots we see currently are from manual shots trying to get better vision of the world. Good to know. Copper. Copper was produced here before. Now, though, it's being supplied by this box, which is nearly empty. And the copper from here would have gone to building inserters and making green science. This gives the perception of a very early factory. I'm going to trust that maybe that part of the factory is no longer in use. I think the design of this factory is very interesting. The dedicated use of armored turrets at every single part of rail. It's ensuring that the entire factory is being defended by just a line of turrets at location. The walls are staggered, spaced lines, which is very interesting. Shows signs of just like fractured individual lines of wall everywhere. Here's a proper artillery station. This is an outpost for destruction. It's why it's so far away. So I imagine then that the outer echelons of the rail line are these artillery stations, defended back to the more heart of the factory, which is this stuff. Neat. Okay, going on over here, there was a problem. It was concrete. It's not in the logistics network. So, I think I can at least temporarily fix that. There's also that klaxon. I don't know where it's... Oh. I would like it if you gave me that alert back real quick. I was kind of about to read it. But in general, I think the alert was about a rocket launch or something. Maybe that klaxon just happens every time there's a rocket about to launch. Let's go to the main belt and use it for a speed boost. And also to assess the... under attack. Destroyed. Destroyed, you say? Destroyed, you say? Did that just happen? Okay, anyway, we've got to the main factory. A lot of production's going on. It seems generally functional. Plenty of items supplied. We've got steel, we've got stone, we've got concrete here. I think I should build a passive provider chest. Just pick up a little plastic, a little red, a little steel. We get the stuff for a stack inserter as well. Looks like copper is in short supply of anything. But it also looks like the oh hey, artillery has gone to 31% at some point, so that means that science is going. It's just really slow. A good sign, though. Also makes sense that they'd be going for artillery range to help fight back the swarm of doom and destruction. So, looking at the logistics range, we want to put it somewhere here. Not too far out. We could use a roboport itself to make sure we have everything we need. More red. More steel. Actually, do they have steel on these belts? No. Yeah, missed it. Oh, no, it's right next to the circuits. Go. Some gears as well. Make a roboport. Some more copper, more steel, so that I may build some power poles of the big variety. And all of this is in service of getting concrete onto the logistics network from the bus. Roboport is about to be done. We will use that to see if we can connect. We don't need to get construction lines involved. We simply need to get the itself in range. It's awkward, but it'll work. Looks like there's been a bit of a deliberate attempt to keep these two systems separated. Oh. We have what we have. How are you? How are you? We can now take... and we can now bake. Plan is do this. Then... do this. Okay, that is what I thought it was. It is the klaxon of a rocket launching. Good to know. Active provider chest there, and big electric pole. Great. We are now constructing concrete. This should hopefully solve one of the big mysteries of our era. All of these dang yellow triangles, or at least most of them. One day I'll get past 601. I believe in it. The roboports are going. 600! 599! We're getting there. Now, I don't know if the system is smart enough to turn concrete into hazard concrete. If not, we'll need to build a solution for that as well. But I reckon this right here is the best place to do that. There's to be a mall. Builds gate. Builds rail. Builds a lot of things. I don't think it builds concrete, though. Okay, so, I mean, the recipe for hazard concrete is very simple. It's concrete. Yeah, you just get 10 concrete, you convert it into hazard concrete in a quarter of a second. This is turning into a problem. I don't know what the solution is, but it's definitely a problem. This is the outer threshold of violence. Logistics network doesn't reach that far. We may want to build an artillery station. Artillery outpost, artillery outpost. In fact, why reinvent the wheel? Artillery outpost, outpost D2, artillery outpost. These stations, given this name with purpose. Where exactly is the station here? Can't see it. You. I'm vote. The double-decker line. This is a single-decker. This is definitely the outpost of reality. It should work. Should work. Should work. Should work. Should work. Take you. put you? Here. I will turn you into an operational war base. Break something? No, I didn't. It's just complaining. Still at 601, but the concrete is coming in. Dipping below occasionally. This is gonna look ugly, but... okay, it's actually pretty darn ugly. I need to go out there and enact some manual change. What do I need for that, though? I think blueprints have been disabled. No wonder I can even copy-paste. The rocket launch going. Okay, so think about this proper. We need a lot of rail. We need the station. And I suspect the system will take care of the rest. To a degree. Let's say a lot of rail. Station. Is that in a roboport, just to be sure? Provider chest. Quester chest, maybe. Some electrical poles. Some substations, actually. Just simple, regular things. Some wall. And I also want to make sure to bring over some circuits. It looks like green is used for a lot of this. Also, if I could have a personal roboport, that would be fantastic. But I think I can find that myself. Saw some of the general supplies out here. Yeah, there we go. There's pants. One, please. Give me a Mark III if you don't mind too much. I'm wearing it. We can have fusion power from somewhere. Yes, there we go. One fusion power, please. Now, I don't expect too much combat. I'll bring a laser, though. Then I do want a lot of leg. Okay, let's start filling this out. Laser. Robot. Leg. And then I'm thinking maybe bring a battery as well. Let's see. Output is 750 kilowatts. How much is this taking? Oh. Oh, we are severely lagging behind on power production. I may have gone with too many leg. $50, 200, 200, 200. Well, no. Maybe it's... Okay, so, no, I expend leg when moving. 400. 2 megawatts. I'm interested to get another nuclear reactor. That's perfect, but... Good compromise, I'd say. Alright. Onward. To the frontier. Wait, I want construction robots. I have construction robots. So the plan is that hopefully what I have will fill in. And the system will provide what I need. A lot of trees here. This is a very different playstyle to what I usually do. I try and expand and use the lakes as sort of like a perpetual cover and then just make a big perimeter around everything. This kind of like localized defense is scary to me because I feel like the enemies are going to get close to me and I won't know. It also feels like every inch of forward progress I make, I need to actively defend, which is a weird feeling. But it does seem to be working for the most part. This means there's not a lot of room to grow that you don't make yourself. Okay, looks like the bots are away. Sure to get that station down. Looks like I was mistaken on the type of chest to bring. It seems like buffer chests are the order of the day here. More importantly, a good number of this is going to need to be deconstructed for the system. Oh! Oh, do I just not have the rights to deconstruct stuff, period? That's not good. Okay, in that case, we're going to need to do multiple trips and just sort of hope this works. Well, no. We don't need multiple trips. There's a train dedicated to building this thing. I think. And if that's the case, we can drag it to us. Here. Hey, buddy. Can you actually go over here for a second, please? Thanks. So that explains why the blueprint was going weird. I don't have the rights to build more. Which is going to make this awkward, because I don't think the rails are aligned correctly for this to be a functioning station. You are not the artillery train. Where is the artillery train I called for? How far away is it? Oh! That was close. I think it's almost here. There you are. Got what I ordered. Well, some of it. Oh, actually quite a lot of it. Surprised you don't see yourself as having a path back here. Because I can imagine one. Oh, it's because you're trying to get here. I see. Put you on manual for a second. See if this works. Oh. Well, this is awkward. I have ruined something. Oh, I've caught the massive backup on the rail line. Also, the artillery's decided to fire, which is technically what I wanted. I'm okay with this information. Not entirely ready to defend it. Okay. Move this around here, back up a little bit. You know, for now, I'm gonna say go back to train hub ammunition. You mean it's full? Well, how about I swap you out for another train? Looks like we got multiple trains doing this system. In that case, go here. Now you continue your automated path. No, path. Surely you are joking. I could make you a path right now. Oops. Careful. Okay, now can you go to train hub ammunition? Yes, you can. All right, have a good day. That should help get the line good for continued operations, and that's what I missed. It swooshed over to turn around. Gotcha. I think I've made a mess. I worry about the consequences of my action for whoever comes here after. I just wanted to make the artillery station. Ah! New train. All your stuff going, see if we can't make a path. Yeah, I think I've fundamentally ruined this, and the culprit is this line. Yeah, with all the construction that's happened here, there's no way for this to get through. I do have a plan for that, though. It's not very elegant. But it might work. Let's see if we can do this. I'm sorry in advance. Artillery strike coming in. Yep. Oh, great. The dang heckin' robots are trying to repair it. I can't even delete ghosts. Maybe the solution is to simply try and build another one. Like over here. I'm gonna put a bit of space between the two, just so there's enough time for the rails to be rectified. In case I need to do that manually. This one should play better, though. So, artillery outpost here. We got 2 trains on this line. You're the one that just left. You're in the way. Actually, you want to, like, come over here, please? You move into that effect, or what have you? Oh, there appears to be a major traffic jam, actually. Oh, the train moved. Trains can move, so what's the holdup? Just ever so carefully manipulating each part of the system. Need your backup for all the iron trains. They're all trying to leave. This one is trying to go back into there. No, go to coal mine. Will that help you out? No, because where are you trying to? You're trying to go there. Go to iron mine 8. Clear the path. There we go. That should detangle the system. At least a little bit. Perhaps not. You're trying to leave. Is there something stopping you from leaving? The train here. Go back to iron mine 9. You want to go to iron mine 1. Trains are moving out. It's going right. This one's going left. This one's going in a big old circle. Trains going out. Uranium trains going. My train arrived? Yes, it has. You got no rails. Okay, I think, at the very least, what we need is we need to go back to regular society and get a lot more rail. Get that to like 600 rail. There should be no question. Rail train station should exist. I'm sorry if I just sort of sat there for a long time. I don't know how much time passed. A little bit north. I feel like I need to be held accountable for my actions and finish the job I started. Even if it's a giant tangled mess, it should be self-contained. Oh, speaking of which, how's the concrete going? Well, we've solved the fundamental problem, but have replaced it with a new one. Could maybe try and bridge the gap here. With a lot of RoboPort. Supplies looking 100. I did not actually save my changes. There we go. Maybe some signals, just to do a nice bit of logicking while we're out there. Okay, logistics good. One last thing. Do you have a Spodertron for me? No. Do you have a car for me? Yes. Do you have fuel for the car for me? Maybe, but I already have it. Great. I should get going back and forth a little easier. Can fuel ya. Great, now we deliberately go very south so we can fill up as much of the new place as possible without messing up the old. Not so much messing up the old as it is squandering our resources on the old site, of which there's no benefit to continuing the existence of in that capacity. We will simply move south. Bonk. We'll probably drive the car out of the structure just so we don't get stuck in there. There we go. You can't even pick up cars. That's how restrictive this system is. You cannot pick up a car. Okay, focus on the station for the rails. Got the stations to put down the station, so that should be fine. Or attack. Here? Defenses are online. Use them to defend. Hey, we won. So now they understand the system a bit better. The intro line is here. This is where they enter from. Priority is to make this loop then. Trains will go around this way. Through here. Then back out this outer line. And through this, we have the fundamentals of how this actually works. It's really inconvenient. But hey, we got the lineup. And with just enough that I think we can start to... So my plan here is to very simply just kind of skirt the line around. Pretend that all of this is one big part of the system. And now we gotta go back. Let's go pick up my car. With at least the outer lines working, I think it should just burst into production. Maybe I can rename the old artillery station just so the system knows to not try to reach it. That'll probably be a responsible thing to do. Do so. Okay, back in the network. System's going into overtime, providing me the materials I desire. I have accidentally stepped out of the network. I found the one spot that was technically not in the network. I think we good. This is gonna be a pain. I'm driving with lag. That's another thing, by the way. They said they helped kind of fix the driving with lag a bit in the future version. It's now slightly less of a pain. You don't know that, you don't notice this, you don't see it, but there's like a solid 1 second between my inputs and when the car adjusts to those inputs. I need to drive with a lot of pre-planning. Okay, parked. Okay. I think Artillery Outpost Real is ready. How do we resolve this situation, though? Can't get to artillery outpost, can you? Nope. No path, no path. It seems like the interior lines here are the commuter lines. Kinda makes sense. Everything sources try to cut over at particular points. No. I need an example of that crossover in radar vision, I think. That'll work. And then all I need to do is supplant it somewhere here. That way, it should just adjust itself and be able to change lines anywhere here. I think the logistics network can reach, but I can. Here we are. You got enough signal and rail for that? Yeah, you do. The new station's under attack. That was a blind shot. I have no idea if that'll connect. But it was just sort of a desperation play to make sure that something happened. I know what I need to do. I need to make sure that I'm actually powering the new station's defenses. I got all this here. That is so silly. That is so silly of me. Ay. Well, great, they're ruining all of my hard work. And I need a new car. I need a new everything, actually. Priority, though, is car. Get over there, stop them. Back to the logistics network range to fill in the gaps for me. I hope. Fuel looks like it's going somewhere else, though. Found some. Take it. Okay, logistics robots are moving. I'm probably gonna be in range of supplies soon. Most important thing is that dang car. Is it the case that the mall is on a different logistics network setting than everything else? Or is it that it disabled personal logistics when I respawned so that it wouldn't spam me with items that I already had at a corpse? Both equally likely. Speaking of which, I've been wondering, what the heck is this location? Okay. None of the other stuff matters. It'll be on site. I have a car. Vroom vroom. Fuel them up. Yeah, I'm gonna be breaking things before I fix things. Found an exit vector. We're out. We are not out. Go, go, go. Dang it. Okay. I can deal with trees. I can deal with pipes. Oh, go, go. Okay, we're good. I can drive there now. Not sure exactly what I can do with no weapons. But if my corpse is relatively unscathed and they moved elsewhere, I can regain that and use my laser defenses. In conjunction with the car. They're here. Just leave, just leave. This is bad. Juke him in the trees. Okay. Gun turret to the rescue. Where's my corpse? Over there. Oh, this is a disaster. I've done so much bad for this world. Okay, at least some of the defenses did work. Just take it all, please. I can't even delete my own corpse. I know they tried hard to make like a nice security thing so that no one ever is bothered or inconvenienced by all the problems, but they just caused a lot of problems. Okay, I think laser defenses are online. And since I connected everything, that should mean that this area is online too. Mostly. Okay. The place is online, though. It's functioning. It's serviceable. We've got a problem and it's you. You're stuck in traffic. Oh no. This whole traffic thing is actually becoming a real problem. I reckon you're the ammo train because you're... This shape of train car is different. I assume it's the artillery cannon. You really have low priority getting out of here, huh? Still trying to fulfill your request. How long have you been there? You can't even delete temporary requests. That's just how this system operates. Oh, at least it's away. As is ours. I almost exploded. Not perfectly online. Why don't you have power? The electric network is disjointed here. Solved. Not that I imagine that there would be much danger coming from that side of the rails. On artillery, buddy. Give me the system's verdict. You have arrived! Be a manual for a second. I need you around. Hey! We're winning! This should most certainly stop some of the attacks that have been happening. What's a good apology symbol? Yeah, I think they earned that. Oh! I lived. Out of wall. Got a wall in here? Yes, you do. Some walls here. Medium poles, big poles, that should help fill in the gaps. Got more laser turrets, that should help us shoot better. Here comes another one. What else we need? suppose this network could use some construction bots to help fill in problems. Need steel chest to fill anything. Well, the defenses are working. Okay, it seems that big thing we're missing to finish up all of our systems is some buffer chest so that the system can do good work. And some other things that the system doesn't apply for, like buffer chests and filter inserters and stuff. So just like simple other type stuff. Train hub ammunition. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna see that there's even still problems there. Maybe I should have put this lower. Seems like the traffic has loosened up. No, wait. The real traffic's down here. Oh goodness, there's a line. Sure we can't, like, lower... like, train capacity here just slightly... Oh, wait. Was this my fault? I don't think it was my fault. Oh, the problem is that iron train, this place is out of iron. That's why they turned it off. Is there a station called Iron Mine 2? There is. Well, then I know the solution to everything. Enable train limit 0, but then rename this stop to Iron Mine 2. There. That should solve a good number of the problems happening here. It's your turn to have a problem. This should be the last time it's a problem, though. I hope. Oh, what's wrong here is that this one's waiting here because it can't go there. But why can't it go there? Is this not Train Hub Copper? Are you so determined to go to that station that you will forego the other station you can go to? Hey, this is Train Hub Iron as well. Just go there. That's free for a second. I'm stopping your nonsense. Come on, buddy. It's right there. You can go. It's right in front of you. Please, just like make a few more steps forward. I even turned off the thing for it. Oh, wait, is the problem that the station is not enabled? Ah. We found it. I solved it to some extent. Temporarily, at least. So, few outlying situations. Remember our mission. Filter inserters. And buffer chests. And artillery. Probably some like pipes as well. I saw pipe work there. And then a pump to pump. There we go. That should be everything we need. Now we simply walk over to the mall, get the stuff, and get going. Hope the owners of the server aren't too upset when they find out what I did, and can use their administrative powers to fix my mess. But at least for the time being, I am accomplishing my stated goal of actually doing good. Seems like another job for another car. I have two of them somehow. Beep, 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 beep. Away we go. They never cleared this path for pedestrian use. There's still trees on it. glowing uranium. So one other thing I should do is fix this train, because it's kind of my fault it's in this situation. I didn't understand the system at work here. I thought this rail line went forward. You can understand my confusion a little bit, maybe. Now that we got it pointing this way, it should be fine. And go. That was close. Okay. And with that resolved, the copper trains that were using this as a loop around should be able to use that as a loop around once more. I know they can because they've done it before. Even after I built this mess. Back here we are. Good, buffer's going down. Artillery? Artillery. At least to an extent. Still though, this is very, very good improvement. Things were missing. I mean, I can make sure the pipes are reliably placed. Flamethrowers are on site already. I don't have enough... Well, actually, okay, I have enough regular pipe. I don't think I have enough underground. Oh! I've almost perished, but didn't! All I can really ask for. So... when's the next artillery train get here? You are going to be enabled as heck. You are already here. Fantastic. I'm still missing some fundamental supplies. And it looks like the artillery cannon wagon is used to transport the artillery itself, which makes sense considering its storage capacity is great. Oh, I brought construction robots, but no logistics. There we go. Get to work! Okay, long arm inserters, storage chest perhaps, a few more underground pipe, storage tank definitely. Heading to artillery outpost, and traffic is clogged again. This time it's the copper train that is the ire of my ire. Not be a problem for too long though. Just put the trains in. I don't want to deal with the logic on that. I'll just let the trains flow so that the traffic jam isn't an absolute nightmare. There we go. That's some free-flowing commerce if I have ever seen it. Ooh. We'll port up to something. There's our train. I think in the long run, this station could really use a better loading waiting area than this. But I think that's out of the scope of what I can do, especially because I can't unbuild anything. Oh, you can DM the person on Steam if you need extra permission. That would have been nice to know a little earlier. Goes against the premise of this being an archaeological expedition, but at this point I'm starting to not care anymore. Okay, let's get some red. Let's get some yellow. Let's get some big tank. Underground's already on site. Enter this, buddy. Artillery is being delivered. We could use more blue, it occurs to me. Bullets are good. I'm actually gonna override you and tell you to leave right now. Destination full. Is it? But what if you went anyway? I solved the puzzle. Maybe get some lights to be fancy. I could use another car, but I'm really trying to avoid using another car. Very relaxing, just sitting in a train, driving to some location, just on the rails, moving. I don't get sick of it that much. Pleasant, peaceful. Sometimes there's problems, but not right now. There was the problem of a traffic jam. I solved it, though. I think. Yeah, no, I solved it. Look, it's moving along. We're stopping for a few seconds, enough time for the next train in line to get out of the way, and then we're getting in the way. In fact, I can probably exit now and go get the supplies at the mall. They left their Spidertron unguarded. I'm on the move! I think they're already trying to deliver to me what I want, but I'm gonna go to the mall first. I should have done this earlier. There's my supply. Now we stand here, wait for some of the more secondary items to finish. A few more pipe. Ground pipe, good. All right, let's deploy. Nice purple robot. And so on and so forth. I'll leave this one to sort of be broken. I don't worry so much about trying to get that one to work. This one's the priority. Okay. Light fuel is getting through the pipes. The flamethrower turrets are flamethrowering. To some extent. I think now it's just a matter of there's not enough light fuel. Something to be solved by another train arriving. That was a nicely timed artillery. Could perfectly coincide with the klaxon. The war ever continues. It's ever so continueful. Okay. This place is looking almost entirely constructed right now. The minor exclusion of one constant combinator, probably helping the logic flow. Can I build one just out of what I have? I can! That probably helps control some of the things that decide whether we need some stuff here. Oh! Big base just showed up. We don't take too kindly to that. Oh no, I think this is because stationary artillery can shoot farther. So this is what we've been building towards. A cleansing of the local region. to keep our base safe and our coppered. Oh, they're mad. They're going to the town hall to file a complaint. Well, do they know that this is not a town hall? This is a military installation, and they will be cleansed. Here, I can provide some fire support, I reckon. Good, kinda. I think in these situations, the solution is to fire a bunch of artillery at a single location repeatedly, so that they walk into... Look at that! I have thinned the herd! Okay, I think we have to rely on our stationary defenses now. It is working. This outpost does what it's intended to do. Oh, what? How dare you? Oh, well, we got it in the end. Flamethrower turret's going good. Laser turret supporting. We got repairs on deck. This station is officially a part of the greater logistics network of trains. We have what we need. And this station has carved a great swath. Let's expand our view a bit. Not as fine of a perception as I would have liked, but it gives the basic idea. Let's try and go for a bit more detail. Beep 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 beep. Beautiful. The expanding polar coordinate curve, revealing the truth of the world. Pretty good. There's even a lake there. And some other body of water over here. Alright, I think I've done good here. I did bad here to start, but I think I've undone bad here. The situation, I think, has stabilized. I've helped defend this area that was under attack, and I've put concrete regular into the logistics network. I made a big mess over here and apologized profusely. But overall, I think the system works. I think when the allied person who actually owns the server gets back, they'll understand it was in earnest attempts to do good, which I then did. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave the heck out of this server for one. Oh boy. Oh, what perfect timing, the original server we went into. has finally updated itself. It updated itself to being empty, but that's exactly the kind of update I wanted. So now we have an interesting test. Did the other people who go onto the server change anything that I would notice or remember? There were trains that had no fuel, and there was some logistical problem, I think, about light oil we were trying to track down. It's been a bit. It's been like 4 hours. Got a lot to catch up on. Got a lot of knowledge to inflict information about to understand the information. Got a whole lot of stuff to stuff. Here it comes. Moment of truth. Has everything changed? I don't think so. Okay, yep, the giant rectangle is still there. The 2 trains are still out of fuel. And I still want to go and help out. Now that we've learned a bit of good behavior, let's see if we can't use that to our advantage. This seems like a general purpose construction train of the frontier. Ah, right, I remember. The general state of the world was the fact that we could not enter vehicles. We are running this manually. In that case, if we want to do any good work, we should probably plan ahead of time. The world is huge. Let's remind ourselves how this works. The statement of the sciences. Mining productivity, nothing is being produced still. Can't see the icons that well, they're too small. Is that a setting? Tooltips, offset, other, chat message delay. These aren't sizes. Graphics? Oh. Other? Nope. Well, that's fine. At the very least, we're going to need fuel. Coal or some such. Probably some in the giant storage array of mostly furnaces. Oh. Oh! Okay. We cannot interact with anything. We are just banned. We could not have helped this factory at all anyway. This place has been encased in amber. That's fine. A basically operational factory standing as a memorial to its own success. Honestly, not a bad way to do it. It beats the one that was just infested with biters everywhere. Well, alright then. I think that has exhausted all of the possibilities for major contenders. Thank you for joining me on what was mostly a self-indulgent, like, nostalgia trip. Well, not like a grand scale of nostalgia. Just nostalgia for, like, a few years ago when I started streaming. This is my I feel like I just started streaming event. It's been a long journey. And it always feels like it's only just begun. I feel like I'm starting to actually be good at it. Still make a lot of mistakes. Still feel like I make poor decisions and still feel like I'm a little too goofy with how I sound and talk. But I've proven to myself that I can improve and that I am improving. And that I'm a neural net processor, a learning computer. It's good. It's good. On this random August 29th, in like the vague afternoon, I had a good time, and I hope you did too. Here's to a bunch of more good times. I don't know why I'm treating this like my anniversary. My anniversary is not for like another 7 months. I guess 6.5. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm Exception. This isn't TV. Have a good day, and good night.